there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Paul. The Aggies have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill. Just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Razorbacks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Arkansas! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And this offense is firing cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic. Picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were doing.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Throws to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
It's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Give to the single back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Well, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, third and short on their own side of the field. They try to run and get it, but just not physical enough up front. Now it sets up fourth down.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. The option look. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And it's nice to be an offensive coordinator and go, all right, run it. Like, run it again. Run it again. 5 straight runs, moving the sticks, all easy, high percentage runs, keeping the ball on the ground. They must think they have a physical advantage.
Turning it on. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Reed. Fires left. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Sends it back in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Got it in the middle. It's Sampson. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game, because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Reed. He's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarter.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. The 20. He's at the 10. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Arkansas. With a lot of time left, there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, But it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Be a lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Now they'll try the right side. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he can go anywhere, getting tackled.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense... back. It's a turnover.
And he made the read off the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football, but man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football, the defense gets the ball back.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly. He's in open space downfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro.
There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with a score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Might be changing the route. Jackson will throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Finds his man. It's Perry. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Texas A&M.
The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10.
24. Jackrabbit.
Wants to throw again. Looking for a huge play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands.
Breaks into the open. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
To throw, it's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. And I don't think I'd stop either. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those deep shots to him.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Here we go.
He might want another play.
Gorilla. Dino. Terrier.
Jackson gonna throw it. Touchdown, Arkansas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Rushes on him. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Looking for more room. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going over the top. And he's thrown another interception. And they capitalize not only... pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He's got the back in the middle. Strong, firm tackle. He's brought down, but did you see the hit this freshman took as he delivered the football? They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Plows through the defense. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Can't get him to the ground. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Aggies are on the move. They're going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Snagged in the middle. It's Riley. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. Here's a heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And this one splits the uprights. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Direct snap. It's Perry. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Motion from the back. They'll start this drive going to the air. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And this will be caught at the 30.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. They want that clock to run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want to...
Turning it on! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, it's out! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Perry.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.